everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to 5 Minutes of Awesomism, where Peyton and I share people, places, and things that we think are really doing a great job of turning negativity into awesomism. And today we are super honored. We are really excited about this. We have Malachi Marshall, who is the quarterback at FSU.
Yes,
He
ma'am.
has such an amazing backstory, and I watch his videos and I think he's amazing. Like this, okay, 3 years from now, you're all going to go back to this and say, boy, she was so right about this guy. And I know I'm not the only one because I see a lot of people talking about how much they really have a lot of respect for him. He's a really good athlete, but he's more a good human being. And that's everything because too many of them tend to get caught up in the bigness of playing at a major university. And I can tell you right now, I follow him on social media and he's got it all going on. He's going to be successful in life no matter what he does. I'm 100% positive of that. And by the way, you got to go watch the latest FSU video where he does it, where he talks about playing at FSU. It's great. It's great. I've shared it with probably 1,000 people already. So, but we are so honored to have you. Just give us a little bit about your background and just kind of your story.
Yes, ma'am. First, I want to say thank you for having me on. Peyton gonna be my new little brother, so um, like I said, thank you for having me on. My name Malachi Marshall, quarterback, Florida State. My journey really started in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Played at South Point High School, home to Jadavion Clowney, Stephon Gilmore, a lot of more NFL greats. I didn't make the same mark as they did in high school, but I definitely played a part in having a successful team. Went and graduated from there, went to Stony Brook University in Long Island, New York. Was successful in my few games that I appeared in. Ended up going JUCO, taking a chance on myself and my abilities. Went there, I played 1 year only, won Player of the Year, national championship, and all the great awards. But it was a special time in my life just to be there and connect with a lot of people, and find my voice and how I want to portray myself, not just social media, but in the community and in like connecting with other people. So it really brought me closer to being a person that I want to be in life, and also gave me the chance to connect with God and my faith even more, which I take big pride in. So yeah, that's me right there.
I love it so much. And yeah, you definitely won some awards. I researched that. You were amazing. It's always funny to me, and I get into arguments every so often on social media about this, but people will be like, "Oh, we need to recruit, all these, four stars coming out of high school and blah blah blah." And then I remind every time for the last few years, I remind everybody of one person that they all love who was defensive rookie of the year in the NFL.
First himself.
Yes, Jared Verse. And I'm like, Jared basically went somewhere because nobody heard of Jared. And look at him. And you know what? I think I'm not a big believer in you have to be touted coming out of high school. I'm a big believer in you have to be a man of honor and integrity, and then you let your playing do the talking instead of telling everybody how great you are.
Yes, ma'am.
And I saw Charlie Ward the other day because Charlie Ward follows me too on social media, and I saw Charlie the other day said somebody was talking about one of the NFL players, and Charlie said he's going to make it because he has integrity. And I thought that is high praise coming from Charlie Ward.
Yes, ma'am. I feel the same way. I mean, really, it's not about how many stars you have out of high school. It's really about the mentality that you bring every day, not just on the football field, but in life, because that take you far away. And I mean, like I said, if you have the athletic ability, the people will find you. Just like the NFL, if you, no matter what school you're at in college, like they'll find you. So FSU found me, and I'm just grateful for the opportunity. I kept the same mindset coming from high school to my first stop to JUCO. It's always the same mindset. I want to win. I'm a winner in life, and I don't want to think of myself as anything but that. So you're right. You're definitely right.
Yeah, and I think it's great. I mean, years ago, I would always talk about Scottie Pippen because look at Scottie Pippen. I mean, he went to a small college, and look at he played on the greatest teams for the Chicago Bulls and was the sidekick to Michael Jordan. Everybody knew who Michael was because he went to North Carolina, but Scottie went to Central Arkansas, where nobody really ever heard of him. And then I mean, you can't talk to anybody who knows the NBA. I was in Yemen, the country of Yemen. I went to Yemen. I've been there 3 times. I was in Yemen and they were wearing Jordan and Pippen jerseys in Yemen. Okay. Mm-hmm. So this is a guy who came out at college and nobody heard of. And, the whole world knows who he is. It's about your talent and your character. It's not about, oh, I'm so flamboyant, because that's what I love about you. Like, you put out these videos and you're throwing, and I'm like, oh my gosh, look at the arm on him. Like, this blows my mind. And you're so accurate. That's what's so great. You're so accurate in your throws. But your whole video isn't about how great I am. It's about I'm working to be the best I can be. And I love that. I love that. I think FSU found a diamond in the rough. And I think this year you're going to have a family. He and I and my husband are going to be the biggest fans of yours, and we're going to absolutely come to a game so that we can absolutely cheer you on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate that. I'm gonna definitely make sure to connect with y'all when y'all get there for sure. Get y'all some jerseys or something I can do for y'all.
Oh, we would love that. We would love that.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got y'all for sure.
Thank you. Yeah, no, we just know that we've got your back all the time, and we love that you came on here. And I think you are really inspirational. This is another reason why I wanted to have you on here, aside from the fact that you're not my favorite quarterback. But I wanted to have you on here because I love your story. You never gave up. You kept going, and now you're at one of the biggest and most amazing football programs in the country because you didn't let anything stop you. Your character came first, and you worked your way into now being a quarterback at Florida State, University, which is, everybody knows FSU. And that's so amazing because so many autistics or those with ADHD or PTSD or ADD, when they're younger, they feel like they have all these walls in front of them, and they feel like the minute something closes that they can't open it. And you broke down all those walls, and you are a phenomenal inspiration for the ones that listen to our podcast. And we really thank you for that.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. And I like the point that you touched on that. It when a wall closes or a door closes for you, like, it's not the end of the world. God does things mysterious, very mysterious. He didn't put me in this position when I first came out of high school for a reason. He wanted to build me up. So, I mean, to anybody who's watching, like, just take it one day at a time. You never know where life can lead you, because at the end of the day, you're not in control. The man above is in control, and he knows where he's going to put you and what timing that he's going to put you there. So y'all just got to trust him, trust his plan, and I'm telling you, it'll take you very far. Because once you trust in him, put all your trust in him, and put all your worries on his shoulders, life is just, you feel like you in a movie, because like everything just start to happen how you plan it. And it's not because it's something you doing, but he's watching, he's hearing you, he's listening to every prayer and every dream. He's watching, he's there, he's by your side, and he's going to make sure those things happen for you. So anybody who's watching this podcast today, just keep going. It's one day at a time. That's it.
I completely agree. My dad always used to tell me when I was a kid that my dad was a very devout Christian. And my dad would always tell me, look, you have to remember that it's God's plan, not your plan. And you have to be faithful in your prayer, in your walk with him, when it's good and when it's bad. Because if you're only there when you're only going to him when it's bad, God looks at it as, I'm only here part of your life. I want to share in all of your life, because to him, our hard struggles aren't really hard struggles. They are always life learning lessons to make us better in the end. You know, when I was growing up, my dad would always say to me, Lynn, that's not a mistake. That is a life learning lesson. Now, if you choose not to learn from it, then it's a mistake. But
Right.
everything is a life learning lesson. And God puts those obstacles in our way so that when we get to that, we enjoy it and respect it more. If everything's easy for you, you think life, and then something negative happens, you can't deal with it. Whereas when you're like, when you have to work for everything like you did, and then you get on that football field, when you go on that first game and you see, 60,000 raving fans, because we do, and we scream and we do the war chop, you know, and we go nuts with it. It's because that's where God wanted you to be, and that's how he got you there.
Yes, ma'am. I agree with that totally. Like you just said, like you can't you're not in control of your story, you know. And then I like the point that you touched on where you said you got to come to him even on your good days. I just said that to my prayer group, like bad days and good days, you got to praise him, because without those bad days, you wouldn't have a good day. You wouldn't know what a good day feels like if you didn't have a bad day, you know. And like you said, the life lessons, like every a loss or a stop in your road is not, it's not the end of the world. He's trying to teach you something. He's trying to build your foundation back up to where he wants you to be. And like I said, I totally agree with what you just said.
Thank you. Totally agree. FSU last year really had the a beautiful example of the power of prayer when we had one of our players get shot in the back of the head, Ethan Pritchard. And the FSU family came together and prayed. All of us in FSU, all of us fans, just that was so much on our mind. And we prayed constantly for him. And look at, he has made so many strides forward. And, this was a young man who all he wanted to do was play at FSU, and then somebody thought that he shouldn't. But look at how it drew so many other people together, like the videos of all the players going and standing out there and clapping when he left the hospital. That showed the whole world that it's not just about winning on the football field, it's about winning in life and creating those relationships and those friendships.
Yes, ma'am. Exactly. And I had a chance to meet EP for the first time a couple of days ago, and man, he's a great soul. He's always smiling. He's pushing through every day, and he's getting as the days goes on. So I mean, like I said, he's a great human.
Good. I love that. I love that. And I love that I love seeing all the updates because, I was standing in the store after it happened, and this guy had an FSU, I had an FSU shirt on, and the guy had an FSU jersey on. And we kind of started talking, and I just broke down in tears, and the guy was breaking down in tears. And he's like, I've never even met this young man, but he goes, I would do anything to support him. And I said, me too. And we have a young man, the gentleman that we bought the house for. Okay. We have a PayPal program through Team Awesomism, where he sends out, because he's blind in one eye, deaf in one ear, and mid-functioning autistic. So he doesn't have a lot in life. And so we get him cards and stamps and stuff. And he sends personal cards to people in the mail so that they know that somebody cares. And we put in there, you're loved and we care. Right. And he sends these out, and it makes him feel better about himself. And it makes, the other people receiving them. And he was very good at sending Ethan cards to tell him, we're out here, we're praying for you, we've got your back, we're surrounding you in prayer. So we know that those cards, I mean, I know Ethan got a lot of cards, but it made this young man, Lloyd, feel better too, because he was feeling like he was praying for somebody, but he was also letting them know that he was praying for them, and that us at Team Awesomism, cared about him and support him.
Yeah, I mean, I've only been here for a few days, but like I said, I've been committed for a few months, and man, it's a family for sure. Everybody looks out for each other, shows constant love, and I really appreciate everybody, and I hope we have a great season this year.
Oh, me too. Because let me tell you something. I cry.
It's okay.
Like,
No more crying. No more crying.
I,
Everything gonna work out this year. I promise.
my my kids, when they were little, they were always like, Mom, it's a football game. Okay. So then they grew up to be adults. They're like getting as mad as I am when we lose. I'm like,
Yeah, that's
see,
how it is. Yeah.
it's just so funny because I love it. But thank you so much for coming on. We
Thank
are
you.
going to pray you through this season. You need anything, I'm dead serious. You need anything, you come to us. Peyton and I have your back. We're your biggest fans. And anything you need, we're here. We're only 3 hours away from you. You need anything, we're here. And thank you again for sharing your story, because I really honestly believe your story is going to give someone that much needed spark that life is always planned. Maybe not our plan, but it's in God's plan, and it always comes out right.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, Ethan. Thank you, Peyton, for having me on. And like I said, man, let's go. Let's go, Noahs. Thank you.
Yeah, go
Go
Knowles.
Let's
Knowles.
do
Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
it.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye,
Bye bye.
Malcolm.
Bye.